Dandridge is one of Tennessee's oldest towns, and thanks to recent revitalization, it makes for a great walking tour. Well, Teresa Bush put on her walking shoes to share this visit.
As pretty as a postcard. That's just one of many ways to describe one of Tennessee's oldest towns, Dandridge. Named after First Lady Martha Dandridge, Washington, it was the first and has been the only county seat of Jefferson County. As far as the structures go, Dandridge looks a lot like it did back in the 1800s, minus the paved roads, of course.
Dandridge offers a unique blend of the old and the new. We've got a National Historic District in downtown Dandridge, and yet you've got lots of things to do in here, lots of shops, lots of restaurants in Dandridge. We've got a TVA lake in our back door. We've got a marina across the street in the city limits. We're only 30 minutes from Knoxville and 30 minutes from the Great Smoky Mountains. So there's lots to do if you want to base out of Dandridge. Over to our town hall.
Bob Jharna Ghen is the historian for Jefferson County. He was born and raised in Dandridge. He runs an insurance business started by his father, and it's where he's raising his family. Bob knows just about everything there is to know about this town that sits in the shadows of the Great Smoky Mountains. He's the guide for the downtown walking tours.
Our courthouse, this one was completed in 1845, and there's never been a fire in the Jefferson County Courthouse, so our records are intact all the way back to the beginning of the county in 1792.
In addition to all those records, the courthouse halls are full of everything, from pictures of famous people and buildings, even a list of fallen soldiers from all wars.
Dandridge is somewhat unique in that we have 4 of our original taverns or inns still in existence in Dandridge. Now, they're not used as taverns anymore. Town Hall occupies the Hickman Tavern. It's a very nice federal building built in the early 1820s. If you walk into the foyer of our City Hall, you will see this beautiful mid-1800s spiral staircase that goes from the basement up to the top, the 3rd floor. And one of the buildings next to it, which is our visitor center today, was the Hickman Coach House, and it was the office for the stagecoach, which came right through Dandridge from Knoxville on its way to Abingdon, Virginia. The Maxwells are the current owners of the 1882 building, which was started in life as a doctor's office, and it is now a boutique and gift shop.
If you had to point out a building that jump-started the renovations here, Bob says it would have to be the Vance Building. Work there was completed in 2000. And it didn't take long for folks from everywhere to realize Dandridge is a good place to live and a good place to do business. But there was a time back in 1942 when the town's future, well, it seemed all washed up.
The government decided to build a dam on the French Broad River and form Douglas Lake. Originally, there was no plan to save downtown Dandridge. We almost lost our historic district, but the town formed a committee. They came up with the idea of building this dike down here to hold out the floodwaters of Douglas Lake. Therefore, the historic district was saved.
Why was the town of Dandridge spared? Nobody really knows for sure, but some speculate residents here were able to contact First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Whatever the reason, folks won't ever forget about it because the dike, well, it's impossible to miss. Anybody will work up quite an appetite walking around Dandridge, and you know there are a number of places that can satisfy your taste buds. We chose the Tinsley Bible Pharmacy, which is also a restaurant. And while some folks are here picking up their medicines, others are chowing down on everything from chili to the famous Bible burger and washing it down with a shake. All right, so we had the Tinsley Bible burger earlier and the Tinsley Bible shake. Which one's going to be the best?
My shake's always my favorite.
Shake's always
4 in the afternoon, it's chocolate shake time for Bob.
And this is double chocolate?
Yours looks pretty double to me. That one looks rich. What do you think?
It's as good as the Bible burger.
That's right.
Dandridge may have been a well-kept secret for many years, but the word is out. And that's good news for the people who live and work here and for those of us who'd like to visit.
I believe we're headed into the second heyday. Dandridge is about to be rediscovered. If the growth trend continues, we do stand the chance of losing what they came here for. We must be careful about that, and I hope Dandridge can always remain the peaceful, quaint, little historic town that it is today.